No.
Did you have anything to do with this?
Yeah. I paid for it.
While sucking dick? Is that like what you're still doing?
God, you can't say that.
And I see you, and I feel you, and I need you right now. And I see you, and I dream to when I breathe. I want you right now.
I'm thinking about your love, said I'm looking for love. Every time you turn around, said I'm looking for love. And I see you all around, cause you right beside me. Looking up, you right beside me. Tell me that you love me, tell me that you really care. Tell me when I close my eyes, I'll see that ass right there. Tell me what's wrong.
I don't look my best today because I'm getting over a cold, but good thing I'm here to make content and not to look pretty. So today's content is about OnlyFans, but when it goes wrong. Because you know, there are a lot of grooming ass OnlyFans models all over social media, rubbing their money in women's faces, saying use men for a living, have zero respect for yourself for a living. This is a lucrative way to be, but they hardly ever show what happens when it goes very, very wrong. So that's what we're doing here today. Please make sure you guys check out my podcast. It's called Roma's Man Cave. We just hit 80,000 downloads. Also, please check out my merch site. We got new merchandise up. New designs are happening all the time. And make sure you grab yours really soon. If you want to work with me, if you want me to be on your podcast, if you have any content ideas, please email me at roma@romaarmy.com. And without any further ado, let's just get right the fuck into this. This girl, who literally looks like she turned 18 yesterday, posted a video on social media and it says, I don't think dating was supposed to be this hard. Now, with this young lady being at this ripe young age, how can she be struggling so bad with dating? Oh yeah, simple. Because she has an OnlyFans. Hey, afternoon, smiley face. Do you make porn? ... If I say yes, what happens? And he blocked her. Surprise, surprise. If you're an OnlyFans model in the dating world, you are the worst. You are men's worst nightmare. I just really don't understand how you can have a career that subjects you to the type of men who respect you the least, and then still go crying about how sad it is that you can't find somebody that respects you. When is it my turn to find a match? When you stop taking purple-headed yogurt slinger for money. That's when. There's really nothing more hilarious than an OnlyFans model looking for love, except for OnlyFans models having full-blown breakdowns on social media because they got fired from their regular jobs. FishingGirl.Mila is in tears, distraught, because her company won't allow her to be a glorified hooker and still represent them. But the kick to this is, they didn't actually fire her. They gave her an option. This is the email she got. It reads, I hope this message finds you well. It has come to our attention that you are actively involved in OnlyFans, a platform that may conflict with our company's image and professional standards. While we respect your personal decisions and endeavors, it is essential to maintain the professional integrity and reputation of our organization. We kindly request that you consider the implications of this activity on your role within our company. If you choose to continue your involvement with OnlyFans, we regret to inform you that we will have to terminate your employment with us. Please let us know your decision by July 31st so we can proceed accordingly. We hope you understand the position we're in and the necessity of this request. So girl, why are you blubbering and crying? Why are you crying this hard? Oh no, I must be held accountable for my actions if it isn't the consequences of my choices. But what's better than that is when internet prostitutes get mistaken for real life prostitutes. Such is what happened to this young girl.
How much for an hour?
What?
How much for an hour?
I'm not,
Oh, alright.
Now this girl partners up with people. She screws people and sells it for money. But I guess we draw the line at doing it on the street corner, right? Next is Soph's Reels, and the way that she sells her OnlyFans subscriptions online is by doing promiscuous things in public. Now, in my opinion, these types of people should be put on sex registries the same way that men do when they go out in public and do weird shit for sexual gratification. like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the majority of random men are not gonna want your stranger ass, crusty, dusty, chlamydia-filled underwear. It's just not something they're looking to touch. And the fact that that man literally shuddered and stepped away from you, you have to be embarrassed. We need to stop this trend where we're allowing OnlyFans models to embarrass strangers in public so that they can sell OnlyFans subscriptions. Something about this is predatory, it's creepy. Now, when OnlyFans models are encouraging young girls to join the industry, one thing they fail to always warn them about is how many family members will turn their backs on you. Like this girl, who was so smug and so proud to be providing Thanksgiving dinner, even though her mother refused to show up and her father had this to say.
No.
Did you have anything to do with this?
Yeah. I paid for it.
Like, look at her smug little face. I paid for it, Dad.
Well, sucking dick?
And the smugness is gone.
Is that like what you're still doing?
God, you can't say that.
Why not? You can sell your butthole, but your dad can't call you out on it. This is like the downfall of American liberal women. I can do it, but you can't call me out on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't want any...
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
I can suck dick if I want to, Dad. And you're not gonna tell me any different. Like, imagine having a father and having to look him in the face and try to make that argument. Oh my God, your dignity is on the floor at that point.
It's disgusting. I want no part of it. And if you had any...
You don't have to have a part in it.
What an entitled little brat, and good on that father. Because as you guys know from my last OnlyFans video that I did that's blowing up right now, one of the things that we saw was parents encouraging their daughters to sell their assholes, also that the parents could profit financially. So good on this dad.
There's a reason your mother isn't even here. And you're lucky that I even showed up tonight.
Oh my God. You had to ruin everything.
Oh, you have to ruin everything. It's not your actions. You don't feel any remorse. These are good parents, man. And I wonder what's gonna happen when these OnlyFans models become mothers. Like, are they going to be excited about the fact that their daughters are doing the Glock 5000 for $25 a month? So remember, if a woman sends you nudes, you draw her with her clothes on and send that picture right back to her. As somebody that used to do this type of deplorable work, I never had an OnlyFans, but I was in like the not safe for work community. I am the first one to tell you that it is despicable, it is disgusting, and the only reason why we do it is because we have no respect for ourselves and we aren't fully aware of the consequences when we start, such as parents disowning you, such as having to someday explain it to your siblings or your children. And the other biggest thing is how hard it is to quit. I'm so grateful that I quit, but not a lot of women can do it because they get trapped in this system where they're making this money and then they'll grow up, their brain will develop, they'll realize they don't respect themselves anymore, they don't like doing it and they don't want to do it. But guess what? You can't quit because now your nudes are all over the internet. No company is gonna hire you. I got so lucky to end up being famous from social media because goddamn, do you think I will ever go be able to work with youth or addictions counseling? No. We need to stop grooming these girls into making these choices for them and not warning them about the serious implications. You know, the only reason why I ever started selling nude content is because I grew up in social services, which means after you turn 18, the government is supposed to pay for your education and your living as long as you're in school. So I got 4 years paid for. While I was halfway through my bachelor's degree, I had a 2-year-old little daughter and a new premier of Alberta came in, which is my province. This guy took away so much funding from social services and literally overnight took away my funding. I would have lost my house. I wouldn't have been able to have continued school. I wouldn't have even been able to feed my daughter. So at the time, I thought that that was the best decision that I could make because what the fuck else was I going to do? Like, what was I going to do? Now that my brain is developed, I see that there were other options for me, but at the time, that was the only one that I felt that I had. Now, am I going to sit here on social media and tell other girls that this is the thing to do? This is what you should do to your family, your mental health, and the lives of people around you? Absolutely Absolutely the fuck not. I try to educate women on why it's deplorable, it's disgusting, and we need to stop grooming young girls. And what do I get called? A misogynist, which is weird because I have never seen somebody go up to an addictions counselor who used to be a drug addict and say, you can't advocate against drugs. You can't help people addicted to drugs because you used to do it. It's the most flawed fallacy that I have ever heard, and the only reason why women say it is because girls must stick together is not a real thing. Girls only stick together when they're encouraging toxic behavior amongst girls or abusive behavior towards men. Thank you. See you next time.
And I see you, and I feel you, and I need you right now. And I see you, and I dream to when I breathe. I want you right now.
I'm thinking about your love, said I'm looking for love. Every time you turn around, said I'm looking for love. And I see you all around, cause you right beside me. Looking up, you right beside me. Tell me that you love me, tell me that you really care. Tell me when I close my